What is up, everybody? It's Reverse here today, and we're gonna talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So I got the pleasure to see this movie yesterday, and while I saw some of the critic reviews, like this movie is being destroyed by critic reviews, 48% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not good. I believe it says like one score away from being tied with Eternals, which is the worst scoring MCU movie on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, I don't know what movie they saw, but it's obviously not the same movie that the audience saw, because the audience score is at 84%, which has the same audience score as the original Ant-Man, like one score lower. So people are liking this movie as much as the original Ant-Man. And me myself, I have to say, I definitely love this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I had a good time with this movie. So the negatives I was saying online was that people mainly thought that the movie was boring until like Kang showed up into the movie. It's like I didn't mind that. I kind of like them touching up to base, like pretty much what happens after they defeated Thanos. How is Ant-Man's life after Thanos? And pretty much he's a celebrity now. Uh, there's some kind of rough patches between him and the Wasp. It's rough patches, like they are really close as they was in the previous movies. And also with his daughter, like he's still trying to bridge that relationship that he had with his daughter, because once again he was stuck in like he was stuck in a quantum realm for however many years since the snap, and he came back and she's a lot older. And just the film dynamics like that, you see that his daughter is getting into trouble with the law enforcement and like the police and stuff like that, because she's trying to be a vigilante. And then he's pissed about like why is she getting in trouble with the cops, and he realizes that, hey, uh, she wants to do the superhero stuff too. She wants to save people as well. But Scott, Ant-Man, he just wants to. He's not doing anything right now. He's not a superhero. He's just like he got famous for beating Thanos, but he's like, that's it. It's like, hey, people acknowledge you now, but you aren't really saving people anymore. So that's why she's getting into the mischief as well. But something happens. They go to the quantum realm. The entire family, the whole Ant-Man family, goes to the quantum realm. And the quantum realm looks like Star Wars. It kind of reminds me of Star Wars, all different creatures, all the different environments. It looks very Star Wars-esque, which is a good thing. I didn't have a problem with that. But you see them interact. They get separated as Ant-Man and her, and you have the other Ant-Man, the older generation of Ant-Man and Wasp. They did their own thing. So I'm trying not to spoil the movie, but just give you like what happens. So we do get Bill Murray in the movie. He's like a cameo. Like I guess a cameo is like one line, or maybe like no lines at all for a cameo role. He's like maybe like 5 lines, so like a little bit glorified cameo. He's not entirely in the movie throughout the entire movie. So and with Bill Murray's character, you give him he gives you the backstory of Janet's character, the older Wasp, and what she was doing in the quantum realm. Because like before in the previous movie, they tried to get the whole goal was to get back Ant-Man 2. The goal was to get back Janet from the quantum realm. But when she comes back, she was kind of the one annoyance I had in the movie. It was like that Janet character. Like she did not explain. I guess the whole movie could have been avoided if she explained like what was in the quantum realm, what lies in the quantum realm, because they're curious. Because remember the older Ant-Man, he's been trying to figure out the quantum realm for the longest. He's been dedicating years of his life to doing that, almost decades of his life doing that, because she got lost. So if she would have just explained it, sure, this whole movie probably wouldn't have happened. But it can't be that simple. So when she gets back from the quantum realm, she just wants to be with her family. She doesn't want to talk about it, which I understand why. She probably has like some talk about PTSD from the quantum realm because of what she experienced there. But when I first watched the movie, it was getting kind of annoying. Like, why does she just talk about the quantum realm? Why does she just talk about it? Because this probably would have avoided all of this. But over time throughout the movie, I was like, okay, I get it. That's why she doesn't want to talk about the quantum realm, because of previous things that happened there. But Bill Murray gives you the backstory of what happens at the quantum realm with Janet's character. She's like a freedom fighter. I don't want to give too much in the movie, but she's like a freedom fighter. Yeah, they were both freedom fighters. That's why they both were in the movie. That's why Bill Murray was in the movie. Let's see what else. Like I said, it's kind of like Star Wars, because the different they're not alien creatures. I don't know what you would call them. Like, I guess I get aliens to make it simple, but the different creatures. Some like humans, some don't like humans. Um, they have different powers. Like one is a telepath. The telepath guy was hilarious when he's on the screen. I was cracking up the entire time. He kept reading people's minds. That was funny. That one is like a jellyfish octopus thing. That one was hilarious. MODOK. A lot of people have a problem with MODOK. Like people have made the memes about how MODOK looks in this thing. I thought MODOK was hilarious. Sure, you have the serious version of MODOK when he's first introduced as the mechanized organism for what is it? Mechanized organism. I don't know. Destruction of all. I don't know what the acronym is, but you know MODOK. If you know what the acronym what it means, you got it. But I forgot what it is already. Something about the ultimate machine of destruction or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But when he has the mask on, he has like the metal mask on. He looks intimidating. Well, when he's not without the mask, he looks extremely goofy and extremely ridiculous. And he's Darren. Darren from the first movie, and they keep making jokes. It's like whenever they show him without the mask, it's like pretty much a joke just right in itself. So I was cracking up. I really like Moto's character. A lot of people don't like it. They think it's just way too goofy. Like you see people making memes, like apparently this character from Spy Kids movie, I believe. These other different like children TV shows or whatever. I thought MODOK was hilarious. I thought each time they showed him was like a joke just right and stuff. Like it'd be subtle hints of them making like a joke without them like even saying anything. It was a joke being made. So I thought this character was funny. I definitely got the humor of that. It's kind of like how people just did like Hi-Fi Rush, the Rick and Morty humor. If you don't like that type of humor, you're not going to like it. So it's like the same thing with this. If you don't like that humor, like the subtle humor of them making constantly cracking jokes throughout the entire time MODOK is on the screen. Because it's one big joke. Because it's like Marvel isn't taking themselves seriously because they know this character looks super ridiculous. Sure, they could have made him look like super like deformed and like monstrous with like making his skin like a different color, making him have scales or something like that. You could have made him look a lot like a zombie or something like that. They made him look a lot gruesome, but he looks utterly ridiculous. Like this big head is in this little body. It's like it's a joke right now. So I like MODOK's character in this. I thought it was funny. Then the characters kept referencing him as Darren. He's supposed to take himself seriously like he's MODOK, but he's like, that's not MODOK, that's Darren from the first movie. So I was cracking up each time they referenced him as Darren. I just found MODOK in general to be funny. He's one of my favorites of this movie. And I was like, that was like a big dividing point between the critics. They really despise MODOK, but I thought MODOK was a great character. Kang the Conqueror. Him by far, the biggest Thanos level threat. He is definitely a menacing character. When Jonathan Majors on the presence as Thanos, he's on the screen as Thanos, his presence, he is very menacing. Very intimidating and scary when he's on the screen. You like wonder like how is Ant-Man gonna beat this guy? And it's like, you know, it's this plot. They got plot armor. All the Ant-Man characters have plot armor apparently because he probably should be killed multiple times throughout the movie. But you know, plot armor. It is the Ant-Man's movie. So especially the youngest one, she should have been killed like a few times. Like to be honest, but you know, plot armor. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. It has some, like I said, Jonathan Majors. He definitely deserves an award because his range is just insane. So because how he did his character and the Loki TV show is completely different from this one. He wasn't really intimidating at all in the Loki TV show, but in this one, he is definitely like you feel threatened by this guy. Like you feel like he's about to actually like conquer everything. Like he's like clearly about like a maniac or something like that. You feel definitely intimidated by his presence. So he is definitely a good actor. Jonathan Majors is definitely a good actor. And when you see when you see them 1-on-1, Kang and Ant-Man, you feel like, yo, ain't no way Ant-Man is gonna win this fight. Like, even without the powers, take out the powers that Kang has. It's like no way Ant-Man is gonna beat this guy. Like, and it gets brutal. There's one scene that's just super brutal. It's like no powers are being used. They're just fighting mano a mano, and it gets brutal. It's like, geez. But yeah, great movie. We see, like I said, all the Ant-Man, the older generation, the Scott Lang generation, and the newer generation with her. You see all of them take a part in this movie. They all play a role in this movie. And you see a call back to the ants because it is called Ant-Man. So you see the ants being used once again in this movie. I like how they use the ants in this movie, by the way. was fond of that. But yeah, it was a cool movie. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm part of the audience score right here. I definitely thought it was a really good movie. I don't know what the critics. I don't know if they. I don't know if they have a sense of humor. I don't get it. I thought the movie was fantastic, and there is some post credit scenes as well, which leads to like more information about King. You get more about information about him and the other kings, and the other post credit scenes is about Loki season 2. So there you go. I think I did a pretty good job of talking about the movie without spoiling it. Just my overall thoughts. Once again, I think the movie was amazing. I think this is a good movie to take your family, if you have a family too, family, wife, kids, all that jazz. Take them to the theaters. They probably enjoy it as well. Good family outing for this movie. Yeah, another solid entry for Marvel. This is a great start to Phase 5. Even though the score is just this bright 48 saying otherwise, I think this is a fantastic movie. Like, once again, I think this is going to be a movie the critics are going to be divided on. It's like, once again, I don't know. I guess people might be. It's not a clear, concise decision like with most movies. Like, most people say, hey, Thor: Love and Thunder just sucks, which that's the consensus. This one is not an even consensus because it's like you see, 40% don't like it, 84% do like it. So I don't know which, if you're watching this, I don't know which view you might have. You might be the one who say, hey, this movie is trash. It might be a part of the team I'm with who say, hey, this movie is amazing. I want to see, this is probably the best. This is probably the best Ant-Man movie in my opinion. Because I thought the first one was amazing. I liked the first one. I thought the first one was okay. The second one was a little bit less than okay. I didn't really like the second one as much as the first one. And this one is probably the best one. The whole family dynamic, you could finally see like the bond between him and his daughter, and she's finally a superhero. He's teaching her the ropes. I think that's a good solid conclusion with the Ant-Man trilogy right there. So I'm satisfied with what I got with the Ant-Man trilogy, and this is definitely probably by far the best one in my opinion. So, that's gonna be my little review, my thoughts about the movie overall, the reception is getting. So yeah, that is that. Definitely see your thoughts down below. If you have seen the movie, if you're planning on seeing the movie, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like this video. Always, thanks for watching, and peace.